In this video, we're going to talk about the difference blending mode, what is mostly used for image alignment and color grading. We have a quick look at the other blending modes of the group: exclusion, subtract, and divide. The difference blending mode. It is exactly what the word means, the arithmetic difference between two colors. We open a new document and fill it with the purest red. We add a new layer, which we fill with the purest blue. In the drop-down menu, we select the difference blending mode. And here is the calculation. For red, 0 minus 255 is 255. For green, 0 minus 0 is 0. And for blue, 255 minus 0 is 255. And why is this magenta? Well, let's have a look at the color wheel. This shows that the combination of blue and red is magenta. The difference blending mode is the difference between the value of R, G, and B. The result can never be negative. Let's make the difference between two layers, each one filled with the purest red. The difference between those two layers must be 0. And when we have 0, then we know this is black. Let's do the same now, but done differently. We open a new document, we make a selection, and we will fill it with the purest blue. Then we copy it, and in the new layer we will fill with the purest red. Outside the selection, everything stays white. Using the difference blending mode, the selection becomes magenta, and the white background becomes black. If we use the Move tool for the top layer, and we move the top layer a little bit downwards, we can see there is a change of color in the edges. And this is exactly what we are going to use to align different layers from the same image. Let's see a first example. This is building 185 in Frankfurt, and we duplicate the background layer. Using the difference blending mode, everything turns black. And with the Move tool, we do a small movement and we see some edges. And when we move it again for a perfect alignment, everything gets black again. Here's another example. We see this little church and the layers are not aligned, so we're going to move the top layer a bit. And then when the image turns black, it will be perfect aligned. In my opinion, this is a better alignment technique than every other aligning technique in Photoshop. Now let's talk about color grading. I opened a new document, used a linear gradient and divided the 10 zones of Ansel Adams. I fill it with the purest blue. We select the difference blending mode. The result is an image that gradually changes from blue to yellow. If we look to the sliders, we can see that the opacity changes the intensity. While the fill layer makes a new calculation, and so we can push the blue color to the darker zones. There is one last question: why from blue to yellow? So we have to look again to the color wheel, and we can see that blue and yellow are opposite colors. Let's see a new example. This is a shot taken in the Cathedral of Rouen in France. This is the image after editing. And how did we do that? I duplicated the background layer. I desaturated the top layer. To create extra drama, I use the blending mode Soft Light. I open the level adjustment layer and made it a clipping mask. I brightened up the top layer. I added a solid color filter filled with pure blue. I selected the difference blending mode. I toggled with the opacity and the fill slider. And here I created a total different atmosphere. Here's another example, and on this landscape I want to add some tristesse. I added a solid color layer with a custom color. Toggled the sliders. And here it is. Let's take a quick look at the other blending modes of the difference group. The first one is Exclusion blending mode. Once again, we added a solid color layer. We changed the blending mode to Exclusion and toggled the sliders. Exclusion is similar to the difference mode, but with less saturation. Very little luminance is shown for the blending pixels. Now let's have a look at the Substract blending mode. Substract subtracts the blending color from the base color. It darkens the result. Let's now change the blending mode to Divide. Divide divides the blend color from the base color, and it lightens the image.